Hey everyone, it's Rainbow Tarot UK here and welcome. If you're a returning subscriber and viewer, then welcome back to our lovely Rainbow Collective that we are creating here. If you're new, then fantastic. It's always good to get new people into the channel looking at my readings. So today we're just going to get straight to it. Today is all about what are their true feelings for you right now. Now, as usual, we've got our three piles and I'm really excited to be doing this reading. So this pile for number one is the red garden with the silver patterned heart. Then pile number, we'll put that there. Pile number two is the gardener, and that is card number 27 with the blue lace agate here. Okay, and then we've got pile number three, which is to the moon and back. Card number 51 with the fluorite. Okay, so those are your three piles. As usual, use your intuition, go for the pile that is calling for you. That's got the messages. It's a general reading. You never have to take a message that doesn't feel right. It's for lots of people, so some of the messages might not always resonate with you, and then some of them might. So it's just to be aware of that. You might have to go to another pile or maybe another reading. But anyway, I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number one. Sorry, I've still got a little bit of a croaky throat. Welcome to your reading. So today we are doing a very exciting reading. I'm really looking forward to doing this. You know, what are their true feelings for you right now? So you chose to come into the reading on the silver heart, beautiful silver heart, and this card. Now I've already pre-shuffled and meditated on two oracle cards, and we'll just look at them in a minute. But this is your card that you came into. It's such a gorgeous card, this, isn't it? And it's called the Red Garden, and it's card number 8. So straight away I just feel like you definitely stand out to them. This is a card that you can't really miss. This is a person that you can't really miss. There's a lot of reds and pinks in there, and green as well. So green and pink, obviously heart chakra colours, and reds are the colour of passion. So I feel in this connection they're seeing you as somebody that's very attractive, that they feel very passionately towards. There's a lot of chemistry. Certainly feel like there's a lot of chemistry. And also, you know, feelings, not just feelings of lust, but feelings of kind of romance as well. So it feels to me like, I don't know why, but I'm getting the word flamboyant. You might be quite a flamboyant personality there. You might be quite a flamboyant personality, somebody that really is maybe an extrovert in some way. Not for everyone, just but maybe for some of you. You might be quite artistic. This person is walking through a garden. This card, the meaning of this card is actually about thanks, really. This person is just going about her business, walking through the garden, being thankful for where she is at that given moment. So this person might be thankful for you. They might really appreciate you or see you as being somebody who is very appreciative and caring and also nurturing, because we're in this very kind of natural environment. So maybe they see you as somebody who's very nurturing, for some of you, you might be very much in touch with nature. You might be, you know, you might be love to be out in nature, but just somebody who's very, yeah, just somebody who stands out and has got a lot, you know, physically is very, very attractive and vibrant. I think that's what I want to say. Somebody who's very vibrant in the way they look, very vibrant in their personality, or has some kind of vibrancy to them in some way. But anyway, let's have a look. Also number 8, this card is number 8, so let's see how that plays out. So we also have, okay, so we also have this card. Now this is also part of the red hue. So again, I'm feeling maybe in this connection at the moment there's quite a lot of intensity. Red is the colour of, you know, passion, but this card says strength. Now strength, interestingly, in the tarot deck is number 8 again, so you've got 2 8s in this reading. Now 8s is all about stability, progress, achievement, order, financial progress. So maybe in this situation there's a need for strength at the moment, or the person is feeling that there's a need to be strong at the moment, or a need to create order maybe, or a need to create more stability, more of a foundation for the situation. Because what I do feel in this one is that it also has a kind of playful edge to it, and I did feel intuitively that maybe with this pile this is possibly a situation which is either just starting out or has been a sort of situation where there hasn't been maybe, it hasn't got to the kind of commitment stage at the moment. Not for all of you, but maybe for some of you. It just feels like maybe it's in that flirty stage or that early stage or that attraction stage, because it has so much sort of passion and fire in it, really. That's what I'm feeling. That you can have, obviously, in a long-term relationship, but it tends to be more at the beginning, doesn't it, that kind of stuff. So I'm just sort of thinking that maybe for some of you, the eights is around, they're thinking now more about bringing stability and grounding and longevity to the situation. But anyway, let's see. So this is, so this is part of my Orosoma Inspiration deck, and this is actually relates to the Wheel of Fortune. And it's also green again. Green is heart chakra here. So I do feel there is feeling in this, there is feeling and love in this pile, but there's also a lot of passion and intense feelings and chemistry. Okay, and it also interesting, this card says, I create the space that I may do what needs to be done, and that might go with the strength here. So maybe there's been a bit of a challenge, something like that that's come up in this situation, and there needs to be some strength in the situation. But the Wheel of Fortune can talk about fate, because obviously it's the wheel, we're going up and we're going down, it's the cycles of life. So maybe this relationship, like I said, it has a sort of a sort of playfulness, kind of like maybe non-committal energy to it. Maybe that's what's gone on in the past, and maybe this person is now thinking that they want to bring more of that into it. Or maybe it's kind of a relationship where there's been a bit of cycle, so a lot of to and fro and backwards and forwards, stopping and starting, kind of up and down. But there is a fate to it as well, so it might be some kind of karmic, divine kind of thing that's going on here with your person. 10 is also the number of, you know, for endings and completion and new beginnings. So let's see how that plays out. But anyway, so let's start off, you know, what are part number one's person's true feelings for part number one right now? What are their true feelings? What are they feeling right now for pile number one? What's pile number one's person's true feelings right now for pile number one? Okay, let's have a look at these and see what we've got. So we've got all the High Priestess. Alright. Page of Swords. Sorry, let's move this over. The Hermit. Okay. Four of Swords. Oh, okay, now can you believe it? So at the bottom of the card we have the Wheel of Fortune again. Right. So what I'm sensing in, first of all, we seem to have quite a lot of, I don't know if you're in separation actually from this person, because we have the Hermit card here, which is all about, you know, going inwards, being on your own. We have the Four of Swords here, which is also about a card of respite, being closed off. So it feels at the moment that your person is quite closed off. We also have the High Priestess. Well, the High Priestess again is a very inward card. A very secretive card, as a card of intuition and wisdom. So their feelings right now, they might be hiding their feelings. That's what's going on here. They might actually be hiding their true feelings here with the High Priestess. The Page of Swords is somebody that is definitely curious. So I'm sensing that maybe either you're in separation from this person, or like I say, this is like a situation that hasn't actually come into being yet, because there's a lot of cards in either separation or closed offness, or, you know, you are apart from one another, or you are not together. There's a sort of separateness here. So either for some of you, you're in separation with this person, or it hasn't quite come about, or there's been some secrecy in the situation here with the High Priestess, or they're keeping their feelings secret in some way. But with the Page of Swords here, they are definitely curious about you. Definitely curious about you. And with the Wheel of Fortune coming up twice, it just makes me feel that also this might be, if you're in separation from this person, this might be a little bit of a karmic thing where you're kind of going backwards and forwards. And at the moment, you're sort of on the down of the wheel, really, where, you know, you're separate from them. and you're kind of wondering what's going to happen next. Now with the Wheel of Fortune twice, I definitely feel they want that cycle to carry on. They want that cycle to be going, you know, they want to come back to you. That's kind of what I'm feeling. If some of you are in separation, I feel like they want to come back to you because, but they're needing space at the moment. That's what I'm sensing. You know, they're feeling that they're needing space, or maybe they're feeling that you're needing space, that you need respite from the situation. Maybe you're, you know, it has been very backwards and forwards. It is a karmic connection where there's a lot of kind of this to and fro. Maybe you're needing kind of rest from that because that can be exhausting. Because I do feel like emotions are quite high. It's quite intense. It's quite an intense connection. And there's a lot of attraction, a lot of energy to it. And sometimes when that happens, sometimes we can't always maintain that kind of intensity and we need to step back. And there might have been certain there might be certain triggers in this connection as well that kind of trigger the both of you, where you come together and then you pull back. You come together and then you pull back. But with the Page of Swords here, they're still very curious about you. They're definitely checking you out. But you might be keeping yourself very much to yourself, and that also might be what they're feeling here, that you are keeping yourself very much to yourself. But they see it as a fated connection. They're feeling that they want the connection to continue, with the Wheel of Fortune coming up twice here. They definitely want to be. I think with the overriding energy with this person actually standing on the wheel like this, I feel that they definitely want things to be on the up again. But it's not on the up at the moment. I just feel like for some of you, you're either in separation from this person. You're definitely not, you know, I don't feel like you're definitely connected with them at the moment in it together, because there's a lot of separation cards here. There's a lot of the Hermit. One of, you know, I feel like there's a lot of contemplation going on, or there's a need for one of you, maybe you or them, to kind of step back and contemplate and look at the truth of the situation. And that might be why we have the Strength card here, where, you know, you need strength at this time. Maybe it's difficult. I certainly feel like it's difficult for your person to be in separation, and maybe it's difficult for you to be in separation or not together. So maybe there's a lot with this High Priestess card. There's a lot of hidden feelings, hidden emotions that can't quite be expressed, and that's maybe with the Four of Swords, maybe that's taking its toll, because this is a card of a respite, a need to kind of rest. And also with this person, you know, she's in this nest with all these kind of sharp, she sort of like managed to maneuver herself around these sharp claws, but you've got her heart there in the nest, and I feel like she's having to protect her heart. So somebody in this situation is having to protect their heart. Maybe they're feeling like they've got to protect their heart or keep their heart closed off in some way. But with the Wheel of Fortune here, it just feels to me like that maybe they want this situation to be back on the up if you are not together with this person, and maybe they want it to be come back to being, you know, ordered, stable, secure, something like that. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. Well, let's see if we've got a message. Let's see if we've got a message card. So what message does power number one's person want to say to power number one? What message does power number one's person want to say to power number one? And this one is trust. It says trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So maybe there's something in this situation which has caused it to be in separation, or caused it to be in the situation it's in at the moment, and your person is wanting you to trust in some way, to trust that what's going on at the moment is right for the situation. And then once you trust, I know that's always, sometimes if you're going for a tricky, certainly if you're going for a tricky situation, or, you know, with a lot of this Hermit and the Four of Swords and the High Priestess, you know, I feel like there's a lot of deep thinking, a lot of analysing, a need for rest and recuperation. So it might, you know, that might be a tall order for you, but I think for them, what they're wanting is for you to trust the situation in some way, and that might require some strength from you or from them. Let's put that there. Put that there. Okay, so let's see, what else have we got? Let's use another deck. This one. So I definitely feel that they're certainly curious, but this one seems to want to come out. So we've got the King of Pentacles there. I'm just going to put that there. The King of Pentacles. They're definitely if you're in separation and there's no contact, they're definitely still curious. They're definitely still wanting to check out and find out what's going on for you. Certainly they are curious here. They are like a little spy, actually. They're definitely checking you out. But they are, you know, they are feeling, I just feel like they're feeling that they need to be closed off, or maybe they need to be in retreat at the moment in some way, or maybe they're feeling that you do. And that there's some secrecy, something that's gone on that's under the radar in some way. But anyway, what are your persons? What is pile number one's person's true feelings for pile number one right now? Or maybe they're just keeping their feelings really under wraps. Like I said before, maybe this is a crush situation or something, and they're really keeping their feelings hidden and under wraps, but they are doing it secretly. They are checking you out secretly here. What is pile number one's? And they're hoping and praying with the Wheel of Fortune coming up twice here. They're hoping and praying, you know, they see it as a divine connection, a fated connection, and they're hoping and praying that it's going to come up into the up phase, that you're going to, you know, things are going to work out between you. What is pile number one's person's feelings for pile number one? Oh, Star. Five of Pentacles. What is pile number one's person's feelings for pile number one? And the Knight of Swords here. And the King of Swords as the overriding energy, yeah. So, I mean, I definitely feel, I do definitely feel that they, you know, if you are in separation from this person, that they want to, you know, that they want to come back to the situation. They're definitely feeling out in the cold. Certainly feeling out in the cold. It's right underneath the Hermit card here. So this is both a card of cards of being out in, this is being out in the cold from a situation. The Hermit is an inward energy here. So maybe they're feeling like they're out in the cold at in the situation, and they don't really like that. The Star is what I was saying before about hoping and wishing. I do feel they have hopes and wishes and dreams for this situation. Certainly with the Page of Swords, that comes right under this kind of card of checking you out, still looking at you, still wanting to know what you're doing, what you're up to. And the Star card, maybe you are someone that they can see, that they can access in some way on, I don't know, on social media or something, and that's how they're doing it. They are being able to see your progress or see what you're up to through social media with the Star card here, and hope for, and also maybe they're, you know, they're looking for a way to heal. Because again, the Page of Swords is a curious card. They're looking for a way to heal the situation, to bring balance into the situation. Now, under the I mean, maybe if this is a secret situation, it has to remain hidden. I'm just feeling like they, you know, they want to bring stability and security back into, what was I saying with the eights here? I just feel like maybe this, if this is a situation where it's a secret relationship in some way, my sense is that they want to bring, because the King of Pentacles is a, you know, Pentacles are a straightforward energy. They are grounded, they are stable, they are secure. So my sense is that they don't want that secrecy to continue. They want to somehow bring stability and truth. So with the King of Swords here as the overriding energy, they want to bring truth into the situation. They want to bring honesty into the situation, because the King of Swords, you know, is kind of like the opposite really to the kind of the secrecy and the hiddenness of the High Priestess. That, you know, they want to bring things maybe out into the open. So if for some of you this is a relationship where it's a secret situation, or it's a situation where feelings haven't been revealed in some way, or feelings have had to remain hidden in some way, my sense is that they now want to bring that into the light. They want to bring truth into it, and maybe they are creating a strategy or a plan with the King of Swords here to do that. And from this period of respite, so if you're in a situation where you're in separation with the Four of Swords here, or you're having a rest or having a break, my sense is with the Knight of Swords here that they want to come rushing in. They want to come rushing in and create something, create this wheel again, create this pattern again. Now there is some loss and sorrow here, so that might be you are feeling some loss and sorrow. Or, you know, there's something about the connection if it is on a bit of a loop, a pattern where it's a stopping and starting, where you experience this loss and sorrow, and then you kind of go back and you have to, you know, in times of being separation, you know, it's an opportunity for you to heal and become more enlightened. So it might be that, you know, you might want to think about, I do feel that they are feeling that they want to come back into the situation with more truth. It's almost like they want to get rid of, they now want to move away from this period of separation, or this period of inaction, or this period of stagnation that might have been occurring. They now want to kind of move into a more stable situation. They are hoping for that with the star here. They are wanting to rush into that, and I feel that they will kind of do that if you are in separation, but there has to be some truth. That's kind of what I'm feeling. There needs to be some truth, and maybe that's why we have the trust card here. They're asking you to trust at the moment, if you're in separation from them, that they will find the right way, the right plan to move forward, because they've certainly had a lot of time, and you maybe have had a lot of time to think things through, to analyse things, to search within, to go deep, to listen to your intuition. So that might be what's going on here. But anyway, let's have a look to see if there's any other messages here for this situation for pile number one. Who's going to have another message from pile number one's person to pile number one? It says, I hope that you can forgive me one day. So with all these separation cards, maybe something has happened, and that might be why you have the strength card. Maybe something happened, you know, in this situation that requires forgiveness. And that might be why we have a lot of these kind of soul-searching cards as well. Okay, let's see if we've got anything else. Is there another message card for pile number one from their person? And this one says, we need to let each other go. So it might be, as I said, if there's a sort of cycle involved in this situation, and that I do get that with the Wheel of Fortune coming up, where you've got that kind of karmic toing and froing. And sometimes, you know, it's great, it's really great and fantastic, and then sometimes it can, you know, be really quite, you know, you're really on a kind of low ebb. So maybe this person is feeling, you know, a little bit mixed up at the moment, or a little bit, you know, a little bit confused. But my sense is that they do, you know, that they do have feelings for you, and they do want to come back. They do want to be honest and truthful in the situation, in whatever way that happens. With the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords, there needs to be some honesty and some truth. That's kind of what I think. They are coming out from this period of sort of being on their own, or being separate in some way. Maybe it was a little bit of a fling with the red garden here. I do feel there's a lot of passion here. Maybe it was a little bit of a fling, maybe it was a little bit of a secret situation going on here, where there wasn't that they didn't have that passion or that feeling for you, but maybe it just wasn't the right time. Maybe with the Wheel of Fortune, the timing, there's something about the timing in this situation. Let's have one more card, and then I think we'll leave it there. Right, okay, so is there one more message from pile number one's person to pile number one? Oh, that one seems to make a... Oh, now what was I saying? Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Yeah, with this red garden here, I do feel like there is a lot of passion and attraction in this situation. But it might have been, or it might be, in the past, have been that kind of non-committal sort of, you know, hookup or situation that hasn't quite developed into a committed relationship. But I feel like your person does want that. They do actually want that. I do feel like they want to come in with truth and with stability in some way. But they might be going with these message cards a little bit backwards and forwards, you know, unsure. One minute they want you, one minute they're not really sure. So I feel like that they might be going through that at the moment. But I do feel they will move into something more truthful and more honest and more stable. But anyway, pile number 1, that's been your reading. If you liked it, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Just in terms of astrological signs, I just realised I haven't done that. With the King of Pentacles, that could be any one of the earth signs of Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. With the King of Swords, that could be any one of the air signs of Libra, Aquarius and Gemini. 5 of Pentacles is Taurus energy. We have the Strength card here, so I'm just going to go for Leo there. I know it's not part of the tarot deck, but I just feel like there might be a bit of a Leo presence here with some of these kind of hot colours. With the Star card, that's Aquarius energy. And the 4 of Swords, that is Libran energy. And obviously, yeah, I think that's probably where I'm going to leave it. But anyway, yeah, so have a great day, pile number 1, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, and welcome back to your reading. So we are doing today, aren't we? What are their true feelings for you right now? Just to remind you, it's a general reading, so take what resonates, and also it's a timeless reading, so it's good for whenever you're finding it. So you came into the reading on this card, which is card number 27, and it is called the Gardener. Okay. So let's lay out our cards. I also pre-shuffled some oracle cards, just 2, and we're going to look at those as well. And you also came in with the blue lace agate. So we have, oh, that's interesting. So we have this card, Growth. Okay, so Gardener, Growth. Okay. So already got correlation there, haven't we? Got a lot of green in your reading. And this is my Orosoma deck, and this is actually the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so that's interesting. That goes quite well with growth. So I feel like there's a lot of, I don't know, maybe this person wants to grow something with you, or wants to create something with you, wants to build something with you. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is very, I mean, you kind of often feel that she's in a natural environment because she is very grounded. She loves, you know, she's also, you know, you see her out in nature. She loves nature. So for some of you, you might actually be somebody who is, you know, likes nature or works in nature. Just for a few, I know that's a very specific message, but just for some of you, you might actually have a strong connection to nature in some way, either in what you do in your life, or, you know, what your hobbies are, that kind of thing. Some of you might actually be gardeners. But I just get the sense with gardening, you know, gardening is all about, you know, growing, isn't it? Growing things, bringing things into being creative in the outdoor environment. The Queen of Pentacles is a very independent energy. So they might see you as somebody who's very independent. And somebody who's very stable as well, very grounded, because again, gardening, growth, it's a very sort of grounded energy, isn't it? So the sort of like no nonsense kind of person, somebody who's very in touch with, you know, the 3D world as well. So somebody who likes their comforts, likes their home comforts, somebody who takes really good care of themselves. So I think they feel you're very attractive. Physically you're very attractive, because the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who takes really good care of herself, puts herself first, and her appearance is very important to her. It always reminds me of Taurian energy, which is somebody who's, you know, sort of loves luxury, loves comfort, is very sensual, loves to, you know, really wear nice clothes and, you know, smell nice and have, you know, just look her best all the time. I'm saying her, but it's just like an energy. So my sense, but they're also very grounded and natural as well, and you know, in touch with nature. They're very earthy, I suppose, that's what I'm saying. So I kind of get the sense that they see you in a very kind of earthy way, but a very attractive way, in a very independent world. And maybe there's something about them wanting to grow something in this situation, or there needs to be some growth in this situation. So this needs to change in some way. There needs to be some growth and transformation, and maybe some stability in the situation, because these cards are very grounded and stable. So maybe they ever want stability, or there needs to be some kind of stability in this situation. in some way. Now 27 is cancels down to 9, and 9 can talk about ending of cycles, completion and new beginnings. So maybe there needs to be some growth, either some renewal or new growth in some way to something, you know, to move the situation on in some way. But anyway, let's get the cards out and see what are their true feelings for you. So what, and if you feel like you want to subscribe, then please do. So what is pile number 2's person's true feelings for pile number 2 right now? What is pile number 2's person's true feelings for pile number 2 right now? So we've got the 3 of Cups, we've got the Moon. What are pile number 2's true feelings for pile number 2's person's true feelings for pile number 2? Alright, that one wants to come out. We've got the Queen of Cups, and we've got Judgment. And the overriding energy here is the 5 of Wands. So I think at the moment they're possibly feeling a little bit challenged by the relationship, because the 5 of Wands can talk about challenge, it can talk about competition, but I feel like with this 5 of Wands here, normally in a 5 of Wands deck everyone is kind of like fighting each other, but these are all kind of going in one direction, so they're sort of facing a common foe. So I am feeling from that they see that there are challenges in the situation, but that somehow you can get through them, you can work together to get through those challenges. I think that's what they are feeling, their true feelings at the moment. They know there's challenges, maybe there's obstacles in the situation, possibly for some of you, and it might be with the Moon here. I think with the Judgment card here at the end of this line, they definitely want a rising up. I think their Judgment is about rising up, a call, if you like, to move into something better. So my sense is that they're overriding fit, and that would go with the growth and the gardener. I just feel like they want to grow it, they want to overcome the challenges, they want to move into something better. But I think like with the Moon card here, there has been maybe some thing in this situation that they feel maybe has been some sort of secret thing or some hidden thing, or maybe somebody, you know, is not been entirely honest, or, you know, there's been something in the situation which has kind of brought it down in some way with the Moon card here, or there's been something that's been hidden in the shadows in some way. Now with the Queen of Cups here, I think they definitely see you as somebody that they want to emotionally, you know, the Queen of Cups is, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups here, it feels to me like they see you not only as somebody who's very grounded and, you know, sort of sensual and sexy and nurturing, and also, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is kind of like a great parent figure, so for some of you might be parents. I think they would probably have a lot of respect for your ability to parent well. But the Queen of Cups is somebody who's just very emotionally intelligent, very loving, very soft, a very caring energy. Now it might be for some of you, because we've also got the 3 of Cups here, that there's a bit of a you know, a three-way situation going on just for some of you, and that might be why we have the challenge card here, because the 3 of Cups is here. So again, that might be a bit of a three-way situation, but maybe it can also talk about celebration. So my sense is that they want, that they feel that you bring them a lot of happiness, a lot of celebration, that you are the, you know, this Queen of Cups is very emotional, you know, they feel very in touch with you emotionally, they feel very connected to you emotionally. There is love here, they want a rising up, they know there's been challenges, and it might be something around the Moon card here, where maybe something was hidden, something wasn't revealed, something was secret. Maybe your situation is secret, maybe you're in a clandestine or secret situation with this person, and maybe there's somebody else around. But for them, they definitely see you as somebody that they want to rise up with, something where there needs to be growth, and often where there's growth there is challenges, so that's just something to be aware of. But they see you as somebody that they want to, so it might be, as I said before in the 9, you know, that there are endings that need to happen for new beginnings to emerge, and something maybe is still being hidden in this situation, or there might be something secret in this situation between, where there's like more than, there's more than two people in the situation, just for some of you. But for some of you, it might just be that, if it's a situation where you're not in a relationship with this person, but, you feel attracted to them, or you a bit of a crush on them or something, and it's hidden in some way, it's not out in the open, they definitely see you as kind of relationship material. You've got two queens here. I mean, the queens are, at the top of the tree, really, apart from the Empress. And it feels to me like they feel you've got everything. You've got like a groundedness, you've got a practicality to you, you've got a nurturing, loving side, but you've also got this kind of deep, the Queen of Cups and the Moon, there's a lot of intuition here. So I feel like there might be a lot of kind of intuitive and connection going on between you. So you might be dreaming about each other, you might be connecting with each other in the kind of 5D really as well. Because with the Moon and the Queen of Cups, it just feels like there's a lot of intuitive kind of energy going on here between the two of you. There's a very strong sort of link, pull between you, maybe in kind of 5D, in the 5D world, really. But anyway, that's if you're not, if you're not, so if you're not actually together, it just feels like you have this kind of strong pull, this strong link between the two of you. But anyway, in terms of astrological signs, we have the Three of Cups is, that's Cancerian energy. The Moon, I mean, that's Pisces. Queen of Cups could be any of the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. So quite a lot of water, and earth, I would say. Quite a lot of water and earth in these cards at the moment. And of course, water and earth are kind of opposite energies, aren't they? And they go quite well together. But anyway, let's have a message card as well. Let's have a message that Power 2's person wants to give to Power number 2. What is the message? I feel this one wants to come out. What's this one? So it says, the past is now behind you. Release it, embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. And maybe there's something about a new beginning for this. I did feel like that with all this growth and the number 9 and Judgment. It feels like this kind of person wants this kind of new beginning. They want to get rid of whatever's gone on before in the past, and they want they want to have a new beginning, a new start here in some way with you. But anyway, let's go for some more tarot cards here. So what is Power number 2's person feeling for Power number 2 right now? What's Power number 2's person feeling for Power number 2 right now? Oh, the Knight of Cups. This one is the Page of Wands. Okay. What is Power number 2's person feeling for Power number 2 right now? Yeah. 9 of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. Oh gosh. And at the bottom of the deck we have the King of Swords. Now in pile number 1, this King of Swords came out in exactly the same position here at the bottom of the deck for the second row of cards. So you might want to check out pile number 1 if you felt drawn to it. But anyway, so what I'm seeing here is 100% they are seeing you. They definitely want a new start here, because we've got the Judgment card, we've got the Knight of Cups moving toward you, and the Page of Wands. And they might be quite, this person might have quite a young energy. Or certainly they've got a very youthful, very vibrant energy. If they're not young in years, they certainly have a lot of energy, a lot of passion, a lot of... they're very romantic as well. I feel like they really want to be romantic with you. They really want to offer you something. I'm getting a sense of an apology. I don't know why. Maybe for some of you they want to give an apology, or they want to say sorry in some way for something, maybe. Just that's very specific maybe for some of you. That just kind of popped into my head. But they want to come forward offering a cup of love. But they also have this very strong passion. They want a passionate new beginning with you. They want excitement. They want. I feel like they want to do things with you. So, and also the Page comes under the Moon, so I feel like they, the Moon is a very secretive energy, it's a very hidden energy, but underneath it we have the Page of Wands, so I feel like they want to come out of that secrecy. They want to come out of that secrecy and just kind of like, shout out about it in some way. I do feel like that. So for some of you, you're in a situation where you can't reveal for whatever reason you haven't been able to reveal how you feel, or they haven't been able to reveal how they feel, they definitely want to do that now. Their true feelings is they want to come towards you with romance, with passion, with excitement. I feel like they want to start something new that's both exciting and loving. Now they might see you as someone, I'm kind of feeling like there might be a bit of an age difference here for some of you, or a bit of a maturity difference. Maybe not an age difference, but maybe you are more mature somehow than they are, pile number 2. But they see you with the 9 of Pentacles, with the Queen of Pentacles, with the King of Cups. They see you as very independent, very sure of themselves, very confident, somebody who knows what she wants, somebody who's made it materially, somebody who's on her path. She is a boss. That's what I'm sensing here with you, and that might be slightly unnerving them, because I'm not sure that they're as sort of evolved, maybe, just in terms of everything in their life, really. They might be slightly younger, or I don't know, they might be quite artistic as well, so they might be quite an artistic person, quite poetic, maybe quite spontaneous. I feel like they want to be spontaneous now. I definitely feel like they want to be spontaneous now and come towards you, but the overriding energy is the King of Swords, so they want truth. They want truth and they want honesty now, and they want a plan of action. With the King of Swords here, they want to have a plan of action, they want to have a strategy. That's what they're feeling. They want to have a strategy now of how the relationship is going to move forward, how it's going to grow, how they're going to be the gardener to nurture it and build it up. And they know that there are some challenges, they can see that, but they feel that with this particular 5 of Wands that you can work on those challenges together. They're confident, they want that. That is what their true feelings are. We do have this 7 of Cups here, which can be a little bit dreamy, can be a little bit dithery, can be a little bit, so maybe with this new beginning, sometimes they are, or in the past, maybe they've been a little bit dithery. If you've been with them before and maybe it's been a bit non-committal, you're in a 3-way situation or something like that, like I was saying before, maybe they've been a bit dithery with that new start or that new beginning, but they definitely want it. But just to sort of say that, you know, that they might, with the Knight of Cups here, they might always have that kind of dreamy aspect to their personality, where I feel you're more grounded. So you're more, you might be more responsible, more grounded, more responsible, more centered, more solid, whereas they're just coming across as having all these lovely, you know, they're quite idealistic, they have all these lovely ideas, they've got all this passion, all this energy, all this, you know, but they know, I think they realise with the overriding energy that they need to kind of change in some way, that they need to be more responsible, that they need to have a plan, that they need to have a strategy to move forward, something concrete, something honest, something true. And I think that they understand that, but they want to do that. My sense is that they want to do that. But anyway, let's have another message card for pile number 2. So please can we have another message card for pile number 2? And their person. What is their person's message for pile number 2? I am so attracted to you. So if this is a situation where you haven't quite got it off the ground yet, and they're kind of, I do feel like this person is in awe of you. I definitely feel that here. With the 9 of Pentacles here, with the Queen of Cups, with the Queen of Pentacles, they're definitely, you know, 100% in awe of you, and yeah, attracted. It says, I wish I could share my good news with you. So maybe if some of you are in separation here from this person, and that might be the case with the Moon card here, where you're hidden, you're in separation in some way. They've got something that they want to share with you, and they're thinking about you. You are the person that they would turn to think about, to be with, to want to be with, if they had anything good in their life that they wanted to share. It's kind of you, really. Let's just look for pile number 2. It says, I hope that you can forgive me one day. Okay, so maybe something's happened in this situation that has caused some of you to be in separation from this person. With the Moon card here and the secrecy, and maybe some deceit. But they definitely, you know, my sense is that with the Judgment card and the Knight of Cups, they want to come towards you again. They definitely want to come towards you again. But let's do one more, and then I think we'll leave it there. We have one more message from pile number 2. Oh, got two that wanted to come out there, so what are they? I did want one, but this is two. This says balance. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So maybe with the growth card here, you know, there's something about growth can sometimes growth to move a situation on to the next level. There needs to be some kind of give and take here. There needs to be some balance in this situation. So maybe that's something that resonates with some of you. This is when you pass from this world to, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So maybe this is I think this is a card saying, look, there's nothing more important than love. And I think what they're saying is there's nothing more important than love, because that's all your soul can take with you, those memories, those feelings of love. So maybe they're wanting you to remember that in some way. But anyway, that has been your reading, pile number 2. That's all I've got for you today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be alerted to whenever I do a reading next. But other than that, bye for now. And I'll see you in the next reading. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. So we are doing today, aren't we? What are their true feelings for you right now? So you chose to come into this reading on this beautiful card, and it says To the Moon and Back. And I've also pre-shuffled just some oracle cards here, and you also chose this beautiful fluorite stone. So I'm just going to put that there. So we're just going to put out our oracle cards. We're going to do our first row of tarot, and we're going to see what the true feelings are for you right now. Just to remind you, it's a general reading, so take the messages that resonate with you. It's also timeless, so it's good for whenever you're finding it. So yeah, let's get straight to it. So you've got this one, this beautiful, so straight away when I say to the moon and back, you know, like that phrase, I love you to the moon and back, that's the first thing that comes into my head. So it feels like there's a lot of there is a lot of love in this card, but I'm just getting a lot of hits with this card. First thing I think, because we've got, this is a woman, I don't know if you can see, she's swinging. So first of all, she's sort of elevated, she's on high. So either this person sees you as very elevated, somebody that they put on a pedestal maybe, but you may also be out of reach. So what this person might be feeling is that you're out of reach. Now, I feel like she's got like this reminds me of a swan. Well, swans always mate for life, don't they? So I'm sensing that this person sees this love as very pure, very true, because it's all white, and sort of long-lasting, sort of lifelong love in a way. Because we've got, I don't know if you can see, you've got like 2 little birds in this as well, 2 little birds together. So it's immediately making me feel a sort of like a soul connection, 2 birds that are both actually looking at each other. Now, interestingly, the woman is looking, she's looking that way, but she's looking to the future. So this woman is looking to the future. So maybe this person is thinking that they want to look to the future in this connection, but either you're out of reach and or they see you as somebody who's elevated, a pure love, a love that they can, a lasting love, and it goes with that whole phrase of I love you to the moon and back. Now this card is card number 51, which of course cancels down to 6, which is all about, you know, harmony, restored peace, calm, contentment, cooperation, love, marriage, reconciliation. So maybe, I don't know, maybe something's happened in this situation to cause you to be out of reach in some way. That might just be for some of you. But there's definitely a sort of like, in something called Orosoma colour therapy that I sometimes look at, white is what we would have as the clear colour in the bottles, and that always reminds me of tears. So maybe there's because this person is all in white. White can sometimes be about tears and suffering and feeling sad. So maybe for some of you, just for some of you, there's some sadness at the moment. There's some tears at the moment. Just for some of you. But anyway, let's put that down. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got this pink card which says disruption at the bottom. So pink is obviously your heart chakra colour. It's heart-centred. It's all about love. So, okay, so I've got disruption. Okay, we've got the yellow. This is caution. It says caution. And then we've got, this is my Orosoma Inspiration deck, and this is an orange over orange, which is the Page of Wands, and it says, I send peace to all the beings that I have been. just because with orange over orange, it's bottle 26. Now this bottle in Aurosoma it sometimes happens when there's been a bit of a shock or something's happened in a situation. Now this, again, this might be a specific message for some of you. And it's called the Humpty Dumpty bottle because it's about putting things back together again. So you might have been through a tricky situation and then there's a need to put things back together again, and this is like a shock, something. It's almost like equivalent to the Tower card in the tarot, really. But anyway, let's see. That might be just for some of you, it might not be for all of you, because we've got this disruption and we've got this caution and we've got this person sort of looking to the future but somehow being disconnected from the two little birds, the actual relationship. So something might have happened here with the disruption. There might have been something that's gone on, and you're now, you know, they're now feeling that there needs to be caution, or there's some sort of caution that's needed, or maybe some reflection that is needed where you're being asked to, because with this caution card you're also being asked to listen to your intuition in some way in this connection. But anyway, let's see what we've got here. Okay, so what is, oh, that one wants to come out straight away, those two seem to want to fly out. So what is pile number 3's person feeling right now about pile number 3? What are their true feelings right now for pile number 3? That one wants to come out. What are their true feelings for pile number 3? Okay, the Fool. So what do we have here? I'm just going to move those over slightly. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Rods, which is the King of Wands. Okay. So, I mean, I think definitely, I think there might have, something might have happened here in this connection, or there might be certain challenges in this connection, because we also have the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands traditionally talks about competition, disruption, which is what you have here, disruption, kind of defending, fighting, standing up for what you believe in, competing, really. So there's something here in this connection where there are some issues, really. And we also have the Lovers card, so that I definitely feel, and it goes with what I was saying, is that they see this connection, their true feelings are they see this connection as a very divine connection, a very important connection. And that was what I was saying with this one, with the moon and back. These two little birds with the moon is a deep sort of instinctual pull between the two of you. It has a kind of like soulmate, twin flame energy, and that is what I'm feeling that they think about this connection. But something has happened to cause there to be some kind of disruption, something here, because we have the Death card here. So something, you might actually be in separation from this person right now, you might not be with them, but death is about rebirth. So I feel like that what they're wanting, because we have it right next to the Fool, so what they are wanting is for there to be change and transformation and a brand new start. That's kind of what they're wanting, I feel. They want brand new beginnings. So something might have happened. There might have been a shock. There might be some sort of shocking event, or something happened where you're feeling like everything has to, or they're feeling like everything has to be put back together again, but in the right way, in a new way, in a different way. Maybe there was a choice that was made in love. So maybe it was a situation where there was interference in some way that has caused some kind of shock or upheaval or something, because the Lovers card can talk about choices. But my sense is with the King of Wands and the Page, you know, and this, because this also relates, like I said, to the Page of Wands, yeah? So maybe as well, I'm just sensing if there was for some of you some event that happens that's caused disruption, it might have been due to some sort of like immature energy, some energy that wasn't very thoughtful, maybe was a little bit selfish. But that we're going from the Page of Wands to the King of Wands, and that is the override energy. So I feel like if this person has behaved in an immature, perhaps selfish, spontaneous way, or a way that's, you know, created some difficulty, they are wanting to mature. They're wanting to boss up a little bit. They're wanting to level up a little bit. They know they need to be more wise here, because the King of Wands, all kings have wisdom. They are a big step up from the page. So they're wanting to be wise. They still have all that fire that you have with the Page of Wands, and that is in Wands energy. You know, they still have that fire, that passion, that energy, that, you know, that nature that is a kind of go-getter driven nature, but it's with a lot more wisdom and a lot more care. So my sense is that they are now wanting that. That is the overriding energy. They're wanting a new beginning with you. If something's happened where, you know, they show wiser. They have all the fire, the passion here, but they show wiser energy, because they do actually feel very strongly for you. They do feel a divine pull with you, 100%. I certainly do feel that here. Now, in terms of astrological signs, well, obviously with the King of Wands, the Page of Wands, that is all the fire of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Scorpio energy here with Death. Five of Wands, again that's Leo energy, and with the Lovers card we have Gemini energy here. So some of those signs might mean something to you. Maybe for some of you they're feeling that there's some competition here. Again, that might be a specific message. So maybe they're feeling that they have some competition, and that's you know, maybe it's you that has someone else around you, and they now want to be, you know, so maybe you've both dated different people or something like that, and they're maybe wanting to step it up. So they want to step the relationship up a little bit. But anyway, let's have a look here, see what we've got. What message does pile number 3 want to say? I feel like that one wants to come out. Well, now, would you believe it? This one says, twin flames, your passion ignites. What did I say with the Lovers card? This is a twin. There is a strong divine connection between the two of you. There's a strong pull. Now, sometimes with twin flames, you have this fantastic, incredible, you know, you can't explain feeling that happens between you. But it can be sometimes be a little bit of a rocky road with a twin flame connection, and there can be challenges and there can be disruption until you both kind of elevate and move and heal as individuals, and then you come back together. But there is this strong passion, I think, between the two of you. Yeah, you've got very vibrant colours, but somehow with you all in white, I just feel like this is how they see you. You're all in white. They elevate you. They have got you on a pedestal, definitely. You are elevated to them. You are elevated to them, but sometimes I feel like you're out of reach. That's how they're thinking. Sometimes they feel like you're out of reach. But anyway, because maybe there's a bit of stop-start into this relationship sometimes, because that can happen with twin flame connections. You know, you come together because there's a push and a pull sometimes. You come together because you can't help it. There's this kind of intensity of feeling and attraction, but then sometimes that just can't be maintained, so you pull apart or you trigger each other. Sometimes that happens. Okay, so what other message does part number 3's person want to say to part number 3? Okay, so I know I was a distraction from your pain. So maybe this was something like, maybe somehow your person, you know, didn't feel like you, maybe that's why you're looking away from here, or they're feeling like you're out of reach, because maybe they're feeling that you haven't, you don't, you know, that it's not a full-on relationship for you somehow, or that you're not seeing it as a major relationship. Maybe you're the one in another, you know, with the Lovers card here, maybe you have the choices in the situation. You know, maybe you're involved or committed elsewhere, and that they were a bit of a distraction for you, but they're actually, what their feelings are is that they, you know, that they want this whole new beginning with you. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, so let's see, let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. Okay, so what is pile number 3's person? What are their true feelings for pile number 3 right now? What are their true feelings for pile number 3 right now? That one wants to come out. Judgment. Okay, I feel like that one wants to come out. 2 of Wands. What are their number 3 right now. 9 of Pentacles. What are the true feelings for pile number 3 right now? And the Hermit. Now, for some of you, yeah, and the 5 of Pentacles. So they're definitely feeling out in the cold. I sense this for some of you, you're definitely in separation from this person because we have the 5 of Pentacles and we have the Hermit card. And maybe it's when I was saying before, maybe this person was a little bit of a young energy or an immature energy. I feel like they're really going inward and wanting to change. I feel like they're wanting to change here with the Hermit card. They want to look at what's wrong about how they behave, and they want to mature. They want to be this King of Wands because they don't want to be out in the cold here. They want enlightenment. The Hermit card is very much about going inward. You know, with this new beginning, I feel like they're feeling with this new beginning, they need to be wiser. They need to be wiser in themselves. They need to be more elevated in themselves. They need to be, yeah, they need to become more enlightened, and that's what they're using their time for now, I think, in separation, because they are feeling that you are, I think they feel like you might have moved on, actually, here, because you are showing up here as the 9 of Pentacles. This is a very independent energy. This is somebody who, again, this kind of out-of-reachness, this kind of detachedness, I feel like they believe that, I feel like for them, they are seeing it as a really significant relationship, but I'm sensing that they're feeling that you don't, that you've kind of moved on, or that you're not really as focused on the situation as they are. There's this kind of like 2 of Wands here, this kind of waiting. I feel like they're waiting, or they feel like they've been forced to wait. So maybe something's happened, like with this situation, and they're having to wait, but they're sort of like, they've planted the seed for kind of coming back or for starting up or renewal, and they're just hoping and waiting and praying and wishing, really. There might be some, with the 2 of Wands here, there might be some overseas energy here, because this person is looking out overseas holding the globe. So I sense that they are, there's an element of waiting, there's an element of stagnation, but I feel like there's a sense of frustration with them, with the King of Wands and the Page of Wands, with this kind of being out in the cold. But they know that they have to be better because they want to rise up, which is the Judgment card. They want to elevate the connection, where they want to move from the 4, which is the 0, the beginning of the journey, a new journey, and then they want it to go to 20, which is almost the end of the Major Arcana. They want to move from the 0 to the 20 with you, and I feel like they want to do that in themselves. They want to move from the Page to the King of Wands. They want to mature, they want to level up, they want the situation to rise up, they want to be different, but they might feel the challenges for them, or they're feeling maybe the challenges for them, that you're all right, really, pile number 3. I think they're thinking that you are all right, you are sorted, you've got it sussed, and they're the ones that are suffering, and they're having to go through this. I feel like the situation has made them have to face their behaviour, their shortcomings, and I think that they want to do that, but I suppose there's a lot of Wands energy here, there's not a lot of Cups energy here. So my sense is that this person will always be quite, I feel like there's quite a lot of pride with this person, and they need to, they need to get more humble. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get more humble, and it's quite difficult for them because I think naturally they're quite confident. They're quite, they feel like they're in charge. They're kind of extrovert. They're out there, but I sense that they are being forced by this situation to re-examine themselves, to look at themselves, to dig deep, really. But there's definitely, and I think it's because there's a lot of attraction. They feel a lot of attraction and this divine pull towards you, really. Yeah, and there's a lot of action. I feel like they want a lot of action, and they're not happy being stuck now in the cold. But anyway, let's have another one of these message cards. Let's see. What does pile number 3's person want to say to pile number 3? Does pile number 3's person want to say right now on this one to pile number 3? Okay, so this says emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So yeah, maybe things with this disruption, of course, things that kind of emotions are running a little bit high here. Maybe they're feeling that emotions are running a little high. Maybe you're a bit, you know, with this card where where there's this sort of sense of distance. So maybe they're feeling like you're being very distant from them, and that you might be quite cross or quite, you know, your emotions might be quite heightened, and they're wanting you to let go of any kind of resentment that you have. Now that might be quite difficult because they might have done something that, you know, that you're not happy about with this, because you've got this death card, you've got this hermit card, you've got this disruption card. But I think what they want is they want to kind of wipe the slate clean and move forward with you, and not hang on to any kind of past energy. Yeah, and that maybe the emotions, when our emotions are very high, we can't always see clearly. Something like that. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else for pile number 3's person? Let's just say to pile number 3. I hid who I really am from you. So yeah, so maybe with this immature energy that I was talking about before, maybe they were behaving in ways which wasn't really them, because I do feel like this person is very much sort of like an extrovert. They're sort of out on the surface, and I think, like I was saying before, like this situation has made them, they kind of have to start that journey of healing and self-reflection. Something has happened here where they've kind of forced into doing that because they've behaved in certain ways. And maybe that is really within them, but they were kind of like quite sort of, I don't know, maybe quite showy, quite shallow, not really confident enough to tap into that that side of them, that kind of their inner side of them. Maybe they didn't feel confident enough. They had to put on a show or something like that, because Wands is all about sort of like showmanship in a way. Let's see, what else do I want to say? I mean, but that's not an excuse if they've behaved in ways that have been poor, pile number 3. I just want to say that that's kind of what that's maybe just their sort of an explanation. You know, they felt like they had to hide. Or maybe they were just deceitful. I hid who I really am from you. Maybe there was some deceit here, some lies here in some way. Oh my goodness, I love you. Okay, so that is what they want to say to you, and I'm going to leave it there. They want to say, I love you now. I do sense that. I do feel like that they do feel this is a strong connection for them. You know, they do have a strong desire for you. They have this love for you. They have this divine connection for you. Maybe they feel you're not as into the relationship as they are. They're wanting to heal, they're wanting to get better, they're wanting to move forward. It might be a bit of a struggle for them, but they're wanting to do that, and they don't want to be out in the cold anymore. But anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.